defensive end Bandit Chris Landrum, Coach Gross, quarterback Eli Jenkins, and then wide receiver Dalton. Bruce Dalton is receiving the Doris and Eddie Robinson Scholar Athlete of the Year for FCS on Friday night at the Back Row Boys game. So, Coach, if you'll open this up.
Okay. Glad to be sitting here today. Played football on January 9th, pretty good. So good to be practicing today and our final game week preparation, and that be for a national championship. So had plenty of time to prepare. 3 weeks is a long time in between games. We've learned that. So yeah, we got a little downtime over the Christmas break and got back in last week and really didn't lose a beat. You worry about a little bit being off this long and where you're going to be at, but I feel pretty good about where we are and, look really fresh headed into this week. So, like I said, just like to first of all thank our fans. We led the country in attendance, through the FCS playoffs. What a great venue, to be on national televisions, and have that type of a crowd. There's students coming back, and just all three of those playoff games here was a tremendous atmosphere, and take my hat off to you. We appreciate that. We very much do. And I know everybody and their brothers trying to go to Frisco as well, and we want as many to come as possible, even if you don't have a ticket. So, like I said, we're looking forward to ourselves this Wednesday, and the challenge at hand.
Questions, anybody?
Coach, do you expect, you prepare for two quarterbacks, so you haven't seen one in a long time that starts in North Dakota State QB. Do you expect it? You plan to see them both?
Well, if you had guys going to be in the top 5 in the draft quarterback-wise, it's his last college game, and last time he gets to play with his guys, I think he's playing. We're preparing like he's playing, and they're not a lot different. We broke down all last year's stuff with the games and this year's stuff. There's not a lot of difference in the offense with either one of them, other than, he's got a lot better arm. Both of them can run the ball equally as well, and, a talented guy. So, I would think that he's going to play in the game. But like I said, don't really change your game plan because there's not a lot of difference, in how they, after, the other guys won 8 games, equal age. So, both of them are, equally good. But we're playing like he's playing, for sure. Planning on like he's playing.
For Coach and maybe a couple of the players, how do you prepare for such a big stage like this?
Basically, Coach has made sure we kept everything the same as we did last season. Did during the season. Practice time has changed a little bit because we're out of school, but as far as our practice schedule and the timing and everything, we're not doing anything more or anything less than we did during the season. And we're gonna go in there and treat it like a ready game.
Gentlemen, you've been the #1 team in the country most of the season. You're going up against, and you're making your first trip to the national championship at this level. Going up against a team that's making its 5th straight trip there. Do you now become second fiddle?
Game's a game. This year's team is this year's team for both of us. I think both of us have a rich tradition in football. We had Coach Burgess come in and talk to the team before the game, before practice today, and he talked about back in the D2 days, you had to go through North Dakota State, to win a national championship. So they've got a historic program and they've been very successful the last 4 years, and that's where the bar is set. Definitely. When I first came here, that's the game I watched. I watched Sam Houston. And they won their second in a row at that time, and you want to look at who's won it, and that's where you set your recruiting to. That's where you look at building your program to. So definitely they've had a great run, and very great program with the way they do things. But I think this game is a life of itself, just like this season has a life of itself. So we're handling business, and it's all about how we play. Our guys are bought into that. Eli stopped me the other day, meeting his old coach. It's about how we play. So our guys believe in that, and we just want to go out and play our very best. We are not in control of how they play or what they've done in the past or what they're about. What we're in control of is how we treat the game and how we play the game. So our guys are looking forward to doing that, and we're going to go have fun and play the game and hopefully play our very, very best.
Is it significant that JSU is number one? You're taking on the 4-time defending champs, but JSU goes in number one. Is that significant?
I don't think it has anything to do with it. We're a visiting team. We chose them to be the home team, so I don't think it has anything to do to it. And we talk about this. These guys can tell you, before you go into the playoffs, the seeding, the ranking, you can throw that out the window. It don't matter. It didn't help us to be the 3rd seed and be ranked in one hold second last year. We got beat second. It really has no factor on the game. What the team's ranked, what the records are. Saturday that game will have a life of its own, and it'll be how each team plays and who plays the best. It'll be if we take care of the football, don't turn it over, and how we play in the kicking game, how we play offensively, how we block time. That's who's going to win the game, who does those things, the best on Saturday. So, like I said, I don't think those things factor at all into the game.
For Eli, how much are you enjoying this experience, and especially being so close to home for you?
Oh yeah, it's a great experience. I'm glad I get to spend time with this team. It's a great team. Just the ball we have together is great. I've never been on a team that really had this much chemistry, and just to make this run to the national championship has been so much fun.
Coach, can you talk a little bit about Dalton's awards off the field? Because it's more than one.
I guess it's pretty good. Y'all like it? I'll say this, I think these guys will back me up. We have a lot of great men on this team. I brag all the time about what they do off the field. We had guys, Thanksgiving break and the next week we do this point system in the off season where they build points with community service and different things. Well, I'd say we've logged probably more hours than any team in the country. I match our community service hours than anybody. And but we had guys going and doing reading programs in elementary school, visiting elementary school. We didn't have to. We didn't even ask them what they're going to do. I think Dalton went to 2 or 3 schools that day. Eli went to some. All those guys were going and spending time with elementary kids that they didn't have to do. Nobody asked them to do. They just went and did it. But if our team chose one guy, they would say, "Man, that's a great man, great person." I think they choose Dalton. And like I said, we got a bunch of good ones, but he's a great representation, of this university, our team, his family, and I think that, he's spent time, doing, mission trips in Tanzania, doing things like that, but he's just, I think all our guys like him, spend time with him, hang out with anybody, so we got a bunch of guys that, I trust them taking my kids to California. I was one of those guys, so it's, we're very, very proud of him, but he is very, very deserving of that.
And he made a pretty big catch up at EIU at a real critical time for us, didn't he?
He made the one on, was it got on the top 10, that's Charles.
Oh, yeah.
Got on the top 10 deal there, so he's had a great year. So, and he's what we're all about. He's a blue collar guy. He works hard, every day, and just does such a great job in the classroom and just every phase of it. And all these guys, they have enough respect for him. I think they would say that he's very deserving of that.
Coach Gross, how much belief do you put in the statistic of time of possession? The North Dakota State coach said it's very important to him.
Well, you can tell by the way they play. There's no doubt it's very important to them. I'm not. You got some guys that like to throw it all over the place. They say that's the stat that ought to be taken off. I'm a defensive guy, so I'd definitely say not. I'd rather be defensive. They can't win if they can't score. If they don't have the ball, they can't score unless we give it to them. I guess that's they can't score. Turn it over. But that's time possession is big. It's something that we don't readily talk about, but we like to drive the football and have sustained drives. In the playoffs and different times, we've had a lot of explosive plays for touchdowns, but we don't mind taking 4 or 5 yards and going on a 12 to 15 play drive either. So it's just about execution, but it's not something we look at them helps the time of possession, because a lot of times when you look at it, it's not a factor, you know, in the outcome of the game. Sometimes you see a blowout and the time of possession was almost double for the team that lost the game. So it's not an indication of who necessarily wins the game, but it is something that we talk offensively about. We want to possess the ball, we want to move the chains. And, you know, third downs are big. They always will be. It's getting off the field on defense on third downs. It's about keeping the drive going on offense, converting on third down. So that's what we spend the bulk of our time doing. And I think that there's your time of possession. You know, if we're in the 70s getting off the field defensively, they ain't gonna have a high time of possession. You know, and offensively, if we convert third downs, we're gonna extend drives and we're gonna possess the ball. So I think it boils down to that. That's what we spend more time talking about than, you know, the actual time of possession.
How about Junior, you and Chris talked about their offense, and Eli and Dalton talked about their defense.
Well, we know they got a great offense, two great quarterbacks. We don't know what's going to win, but their game is to hold the ball. You know, we want to get them out of that game and try to put it in the air. You know what I'm saying? So it's a great opportunity. It's just another game for us. And, you know, the stage keeps getting bigger and bigger each week. You know, we just got to come together as a team and play our game like we always do each week and prepare like we know how to prepare.
Like Junior said, it's about changing what they've been doing in the game plan. We do that by starting off up front, which every game it starts off up front. We have to be physical, and that allows us to get into what we want to get into. Get the fly around.
On defense, they're really good defense. You know, they play hard. You know, they're in the right position at the right times. You know, watching film, one of the best defense we've seen. You know, they're overall great defense. You know, they give maximum effort, so it's gonna be a good one.
It's the biggest thing we see is their effort, and so that's one thing that we've stressed this week is, you know, giving the same effort as them and going above and beyond what we normally do. You know, we have a great offense and we play some great defenses, but we feel like if we play a great game, that there's nobody in the country that can stop our offense. You know, we're always gonna run the ball. We're gonna make plays through the air. So I feel like, especially with Eli, all the things that he's able to do with his arms and legs, that no matter who we play, we have a great chance to match up well. And you know, we've been behind the 8 ball before. You know, you read some things and you look at predictions and this, that, and the other. That's what's so special about this team is, you know, we could care less about the predictions on paper. We just care about the last score on the scoreboard, and that's what's special about this team. So I'm excited to see how we match up and to go up against North Dakota State and their defense.
I think what Dalton said is, you know, when they identify I think their program, when you watch them on tape, is how hard they play. You know, they block, tackle, you know, they're a fundamental football team. And, you know, I would hope that they'd say the same thing about us. You know, I think we play extremely hard. Block, tackle well, that's the way you're supposed to play the game. You know, that's really, I think it's going to be a good game on Saturdays. You know, they got a solid football team.
Joe, do you have any sense of the level of excitement that's been ratcheted at this point? Obviously, students have not yet returned, but through emails, text messages, anything that gives you a sense that this is maybe a little different than the games you've played to this point?
Yeah, we got a great fan base. You know, Twitter, you know, Instagram. All I see is Frisco this, Frisco that. You know, our students and fans are, you know, they can't wait. That's all they've been talking about over the Christmas break. You know, I'm ready to give them a show. I know these guys are ready also. So it's just it's a lot of excitement around this game. And I feel like we have big crowds all the time. We got a great student section. You know, they're gonna be in Frisco. We have great fans. So we've been there before.
Anything else?